Hello everyone, a little more organized today, just getting started with live streaming and also with recording my development process. So as you can see, I'm working on a planet building and city building AI game generator. It's part of my existing RiftVerse game, and I'm really excited about releasing that really soon. But I wanted to implement this extra little piece before I release the full game so that there's continual content and users can create their own content. So what you're seeing here on the screen behind me is just a quick demo of how one texture that's multicolored got turned in, or actually it was originally a sketch. I think I got it here somewhere. Yeah. Actually, I don't have it here. That's right. It's a AI generated sketch. But anyway, so a sketch that was created by AI of a planet, which was inspired by, we can do inspired by, I guess, inspired by this type of sketch that I was doing here. I was doing a bunch of different colors and testing. It was taking this concept of a planet, and then it was making a planet, or selecting a planet with procedural generation after it analyzed the image. And so what I have on one side is the AI, where it's taking this image, or even an AI-generated image of a planet specifically right now, just planets, and then either selecting a list of planets that I've already have as like a placeholder, and then procedurally generates the city and everything inside, and then flies you down to the planet, but uses that drawing as inspiration for the texture or the colors of the actual planet. So the first one that I did was this one here that you just saw with the multicolored pink and blue and a bit of white texture, and that was generated from an image. And then I uploaded the image to something that I call Game Dream, which will be a component of my game. And once it was analyzed, it basically spit back this nice, beautiful planet at us to explore. So there's multiple other settings, though, that have to be included, and there's probably about 60 settings, but the basics are that it has to change the color of the planet to look like the sketch, or whatever you've described, or the information, so that AI can basically convert it into an actual texture or planet color. Then after that, it's got to take the rest of the procedural generation on board. So it's got to procedurally generate the city. Now, currently the city only houses about 16 buildings, so it just basically creates 16 buildings. I'm thinking to do them as buildings from scratch, but it's really intensive, and it's also, I'm going to need a way bigger budget to be able to do that, because the compute power to do that is very high and the cost is high. Especially if essentially 10, 20, 30, 100, or 1,000 people start generating planets on a regular basis, then I definitely need a huge budget for that. So for now, I'm taking my game's kind of stock footage, as it were, but it's the stock footage is actually the stock 3D that I've already created or that I've implemented into the game, and then it customizes it in a way with colors and stuff, and then it kind of spits it out and just throws it on the map of this city. So what you're seeing when it's doing a fly-through here is you're seeing the planet, and then it's flying down to the place where the city is, and then you're seeing a whole new city. So the idea is that every day, every hour, every minute, someone could create, or a player could create a brand new game level. But there's got to be more than just a nice pretty planet. There's got to be even more than just a randomly and procedurally generated city. It's got to be an interesting character is attached to it, and a bunch of different NPCs wandering around also have to be attached to that, and also a cool resource, or what I call a collectible. There's also rare collectibles and super rare collectibles, all that sort of stuff. They all need to be generated and created. So what I'm having the AI do is kind of work with a custom set of agents that all have a specific task. And then currently the way it works is if you sketch just a planet, it just makes the planet. But if you put in some more details, like this is a pirate planet, it will ideally generate pirates or space pirates that infest the planet and that are like hanging out and wandering around the streets of the little city. And then if you say, no, no, this is like a completely robot planet, there's lots of robots, then you'll have characters like you see out there on the screen there. That'll be mostly wandering around. You can say it's a warring planet, you can say it's a peaceful planet, and the idea is that whatever you say it is, the AI will hire an agent to go and kind of like build all of these pieces, including everything from the dialogue of the NPCs. So I've created something called smart NPCs that are basically AI assistants that are commanded to act as an NPC. So they have like a huge brain, they have a whole history, they have a whole backstory, they can converse with you and give you very in-depth detail about the world, but at the same time, they're still NPCs and they still wander around and do their thing. It's only when you interrupt them, then you can actually get, from a certain percent of them, you can get a quest. And another percent, they'll just tell you to get lost, but in their own unique way. So it's kind of like GTA on some sort of power pill. It's basically, you can walk up to an NPC and instead of them telling you to get lost or stop bothering them, some of them might do that, but the others might say, oh, interesting, I've always wanted to meet a bot, or cool, like you're from such and such faction. By the way, we call factions in this game, we call them drifts. That's D-R-I-F-T-Z. Everything ends with a Z in this game, credits. So the in-game monetary system is called credits with a Z. So what I'm doing with this, though, is that whatever you tell the Game Dream tool to do, it will try its best to do, and it will even create music and a theme song that you're gonna, when you're flying down to the planet. Right now it's very silent, but we're gonna have like a theme song come on, and we're gonna have a big welcome and probably some sort of a logo to do with the planet. So all of that stuff will be created live on the fly with AI. So I'm taking my game and I'm upping it to like a crazy level where it can create new game levels within minutes or seconds, actually. So that's what I'm working on. So I'm not creating a tool that just makes games. It's already based on a completed game. Now the game is called RiftVerse. This took me 11 years to complete. It's just at the edge of completion. I have to add 2 more features or 2 more, basically a training and a character selecting tool part of it, and then it's done. And I have a whole huge backstory for that will introduce you to the universe. But once you've played through the entire main sequence, you can actually, or even if you don't want to play the main sequence and just want to skip that and start creating, you can go in and you can start creating your own story, your own planet. And if you pay a little extra, right now it's more of a service, but eventually it'll be just part of the app. But we'll be able to scan in your face, and then you can actually become a game character, is kind of the ultimate dream of this, the Game Dream project. And then later we may even introduce the idea of selling your own copy of your own particular story or episode to friends and family, or to whoever, your followers if you're an influencer. So it's really in-depth project. This is day 28, and if you're wondering why it's 28 and it looks like I haven't completed much, it's a countdown. So if you are watching this a lot later and there's like a day 1 or a day 2, that will be my last few days of like just pre-launch or just about to launch this. So I was originally planning on 2 weeks, but I'm giving myself a month or 30 days. So this is day 28. So that's basically what this is all about. So today what I'm working on day 28 is I'm having a problem with loading in the completed images. So what's happening right now is I am able to upload an image to Game Dream. If you haven't seen that, by the way, you can go onto my YouTube, and it's youtube.com/@RiftVerse, RiftVerse. So at RiftVerse, the game is called RiftVerse. And you can see there's a video called, there we are. Okay, so it's called "Can I Sketch a Planet and AI Makes a Game?" ? So that's the title. So if you're looking for it, just look for "Can I sketch a planet?" and then you'll probably find it. Can I sketch a planet and AI and symbol AI makes a game. In that one, I sketch 3 different sketches. I do a blue planet, a red planet, and then with AI I do multicolored planet. And then what it does from there is I upload it, and then it creates the textures, and it creates the planet. Or it selects predetermined similar planet. So for tropical, desert, mossy, and snowy, I've already created those planets that are quite unique and have their own environments. So it basically just selects one of those and then procedurally generates the city. But if you create something that it's never seen before, like I did multicolored of pink and purple and blue and white, then it says, okay, it does not compute, let's make a fresh planet, and then it creates a new planet. So the problem I'm having right now, today, that I want to solve is that I want to be able to take the texture, load it in, have it created from the AI, dropped into the server or the cloud, and then this game will grab it from the cloud and then throw it onto the planet. But right now that's not working. So today that's all I'm going to be doing. So I won't talk too much more. You'll just see me clicking around and stuff. And if you're watching this on YouTube, then I hope you enjoy the probably sped up version of my creation process of fixing this so that it loads in.
2 hours later.
3, 2, 1, load, no. Hey, there we go, okay, great. So what this means, this is great, what this means is it tried to find the custom texture and it couldn't, so it just says error. Okay, so I think I'll leave it at that. So one little typo was stopping us, but we fixed the typo and now it's working fine. And yeah, I hope you guys will continue watching along this interesting journey, and I appreciate my viewers that are here live, and I also appreciate any views on YouTube. If you want to get involved in RiftVerse before it launches, if you're watching this at the early days, then please sign up. Go to RiftVerse.com/waitlist, WAITLIST, and you can join the waitlist. Or there should be a Steam page, and I think right now you can just go to riftverse.com/steam, STEAM, and it should redirect you to the Steam page if